Saturday night, the UFC is live from the O2 Arena in London, England for UFC Fight Night 208, featuring a heavyweight bout in the main event between Tom Aspinall and Curtis Blaydes. Let's break it down. Tom Aspinall is 29 years old. He's 6'5" with a 78-inch reach and a record of 12-2 with 9 knockouts and 3 submissions. From Manchester, England, he began training in MMA at the age of 7 under the tutelage of his father, Andy, going on to win the British Open in Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. He turned pro in December of 2014 with a first-round knockout, but after quickly amassing a record of 5-2, he found it increasingly difficult to find fights and briefly switched to boxing, where he began training with heavyweight champion Tyson Fury. After a 2-year hiatus, he signed a 5-fight contract with Cage Warriors, returning to MMA with a first-round knockout of Sofiane Boukichou. On July 26, 2020, he made his UFC debut, knocking out Jake Collier in 45 seconds with a knee to the stomach, followed by a crisp 1-2. Less than 3 months later, he followed that victory up with a dominant first-round knockout of Alan Baudet, stopping him 1 minute and 35 seconds into the fight with vicious ground and pound. The following year, he made his first major step up in competition when he took on former heavyweight champion Andrei Arlovski, fighting at a very measured and intelligent pace against the UFC legend and securing the win with a second-round rear-naked choke. On September 4, 2021, he won his third performance of the night bonus when he landed a knee, followed by a brutal elbow to knock out Sergei Spivak 2 minutes into the first round, and 6 months later made his biggest statement to date when he overwhelmed perennial contender Alexander Volkov, quickly submitting him with a first-round armbar. An elite-level striker, Aspinall has quick and powerful hands, maintaining distance and rattling off combinations with the speed of a smaller fighter, landing at a rate of 7.3 strikes per minute and an accuracy rating of 65%. Curtis Blaydes is 31 years old. He's 6'4" with an 80-inch reach and a record of 16-3-1 with 11 knockouts. From Chicago, Illinois, Blaydes took up wrestling in high school, compiling a record of 95-18 with 121 takedowns, earning a full scholarship to Northern Illinois University, where he went on to win the NJCAA National Championship as a sophomore. After amassing an amateur record of 8-0 as well as becoming an International Kickboxing Federation amateur champion, he chose to drop out of school to pursue a career in MMA. He turned pro in May of 2014 with a first-round knockout and quickly compiled a record of 5-0 before making his UFC debut, suffering a devastating second-round knockout at the hands of future heavyweight champion Francis Ngannou. He bounced back 6 months later with a brutal knockout of Cody East and then defeated Adam Milstead by TKO. The latter result was overturned to a no decision after Blaydes failed a post-fight drug test. After going on a 4-fight winning streak that included knockouts over Alexei Olenek and Alistair Overeem, he headlined his first UFC event against old rival Francis Ngannou, which resulted in another TKO loss when he was caught early in round 1 with a powerful overhand right and finished with ground and pound. 4 months later, he returned with a unanimous decision over Justin Willis, followed by a pair of savage second-round knockouts of Shamil Abdurakhimov and Junior Dos Santos. In June of 2020, he put on a dominant performance against Alexander Volkov, setting a UFC record for takedowns in a heavyweight fight with 14 en route to a unanimous decision. However, after recovering from a bout of COVID-19, he suffered a devastating second-round knockout to Derek Lewis after getting caught with a thunderous uppercut while attempting a takedown. On September 25, 2021, he bounced back with a dominant yet tentative decision victory over Jairzinho Rozenstruik, and 6 months later earned a performance of the night bonus with an impressive win over Chris Daukaus, dropping him with a brutal right and stopping him with ground and pound. A well-rounded striker with good cardio and explosive power, Blaydes is also the best wrestler in the division, averaging 6 takedowns every 15 minutes and holds the UFC record for career takedowns with 60. Will the fast hands and slick counter-striking of Aspinall give him the edge as he tries to break into the top 5? Or will the explosive power and world-class grappling of Blaydes prove to be too much as he eyes a shot at the title against old nemesis Francis Ngannou? Tune in Saturday night to UFC Fight Night, Blaydes versus Aspinall, and let's find out.